Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday, happy new month to you guys. I hope you're doing well. So as usual, I'm back to let you know what's happening with the Super Eagles and the camp situation right now. So we saw we conquered the Unity Cup Championship, and now the next task is to travel to Russia, to travel to Moscow, and then play that friendly game against Russia on the 6th of June. Today is first, so we have like 5 days to make that trip and then train at least twice before we come out and play that friendly. But at this moment, they are planning the itinerary. So hopefully, in the coming hours, we will hear that the boys have traveled. But as it stands, there's still lots of celebration in the camp. Lots of celebration, just like you saw in the introductory video. The Unity Cup really has some kind of pedigree, because I mean the celebration is like way beyond my expectation. I didn't think that it would be cherished just as much as we are seeing all over social media. It's not just the players, but also the top guys who run football in Nigeria. The NFF's president, Ibrahim Gusso, also there, wanting to lay hands on the trophy. He was very eager to lay hands on the trophy. If you saw the clips when we were about to be given the trophy, when Moses Simon, the captain, went to carry the trophy, he carried the trophy and was about to start heading, and then the NFS chairman had to call him back and ask him to give him the trophy so he can touch it and feel it. And this just shows you the excitement and what it really means to the NFF and these bodies that run football in Nigeria. But beyond the celebratory atmosphere, Coach Chelle, has been giving a couple of interviews, concerning what the next plan is for the Russia game. He also, reflected on what his feelings are for this game we played against Jamaica, in terms of players' performances, and also for him as like personal achievement, because actually he revealed on the interview, in one of the interviews, that this Unity Trophy is his first trophy that he has won as a coach, and he says that he relishes it a lot. It means a lot to him. He looks at it beyond just being a friendly cup, but something that means a lot and that will open, the gate for further trophy winnings, further achievements with the Super Eagles. That's what the coach has expressed, and he says that is the plan. But in all of the interviews that the coach actually gave out, he was consistently hammering on one thing, and it's the fact that he wants the players to improve. He says that they need to improve. Yes, a couple of them had a decent game, but he says that they can play better, they can become better, and that is the plan. He said, quote, "We need to work because there are lots of things we have to work on in our game. In this game, we made 2 mistakes and we need to improve and step up in our goal to qualify for the World Cup. In this team, there are lots of good strikers and wingers. It is difficult because there are lots of great players in the team. The most important thing for me is that we try to play together in defense and attack. We need to improve mentally to become a warrior on the pitch. We need to improve physically and technically. There are lots of things to work on." So those are some of the words he said. He also, talked about the change in formation. As we know, Coach Chelle is someone that likes to swap in match between different formations. The team transitioned into 3 formations. He was talking about it, that he started with diamond midfield and then he transitioned into 4-2-3-1 and then ended in 4-4-2. That period where we saw Desas and Arukudari handling the team. I think the diamond midfield he was referring to was, the role that he gave Chukwueze. Chukwueze was given that freedom to go anywhere he wants, to operate, whether it's from the flank or in the middle or anywhere at all. But on why the boys maybe didn't give 100%, the coach feels that the issue of fatigue, from long spell in the season, playing all of the games in the season and having to come just on a very short notice to the camp. Coach Chelle feels that actually somehow contributed to why the boys didn't deliver as much as they should. He said that we had a difficult time bringing our players because they played a long season and were tired. After that, the first thing I said is that I can be with my players, and secondly, I can work with players ahead of September. So the coach is he said a lot of things, but I'm just going to stop here and then attach, some of the videos. But at the end of the day, something that is very clear here is that he really appreciated the way the boys played and the effort that they made, but he feels that they still need to improve. And every time he talks about the improvements, he is always talking about improving and being ready in time to play the World Cup qualifying series in September, which is obviously what might make or mar his contract, his career with the Super Eagles. If he doesn't get us to the World Cup, I think there will be some question mark. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold the job beyond that if he fails to qualify. So it's going to be a very, very huge moment for Coach Chelle to qualify. Again, we already qualified for the Nations Cup coming up in December, but I think the most important thing for all of the stakeholders, NFF, Super Eagles management, the fans, is that we need to qualify to the World Cup, and Coach Shell is very, very aware of this. So, as I said, they will be planning on the trip to Moscow, Russia, where they will play, a friendly game against Russia on the 6th of this month. And more of this is going to be coming out regarding that one.